How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today I wanted to talk about a comment I got on YouTube that said that one or two drinks, every day or two might be good for you. That there's not enough evidence yet that there's no benefits to this, And what I have to say, is that it depends on how you look at this. As long as there are scientific, and I say that with a big pinch of salt, reports or studies that are funded by the alcohol industry, there will always be doubts. There will always be studies that say maybe there's a benefit. Perhaps there's a benefit to, this resveratrol or whatever it is, a certain compound in a certain drink. So resveratrol was the compound in wine that everyone was saying was beneficial to you. So as long as there are the alcohol companies who are willing to pump out millions into these false studies, then there is always going to be a doubt. And that's all they want to do. They couldn't care less whether you believe this or not. They basically want you to doubt your own sanity, your own reason. And the second point is, if you want to believe this stuff, in most sales, all they have to do is convince they go for your emotions rather than your mind. Because if they can convince your emotions, your own emotions will convince your mind. You'll rationalize these things out. Exactly the same thing here. You will convince yourself that there are benefits to this, if not. So I'm saying, use your rationality, use your reason to think about this. There's a huge study that was done not so long ago. It was a combination of 60 or 70 different studies around the world. And it said that there is no amount of alcohol that is good for you, that there is no benefit, no matter what there is, no matter who you are and how much you drink. I think personally there might be a benefit in terms of the alcohol thinning your blood if your blood is massive. But there's, if your blood is thick, sorry, not massive. But there's a lot of better things that you can do to thin your blood out without poisoning yourself, So, that's one area. But for me, there is no benefit to drinking alcohol ever, regardless if it's 1 or 20. There's no benefit. I hope you got something out of that. Take care of yourself. If you want help to stop drinking alcohol, there's a book down below. Very good book called 10 Steps to Stop Drinking Alcohol. There's a lot of different stuff in there that will show you about just different ways of thinking about it, just changing your way of looking at alcohol. So download that book, open it up, follow the practices that are in there, and take care of yourself. I'll speak to you again soon. Keep the alcohol out of your mouth. Onwards and upwards. Bye now.